Recently, the garage door started acting a fool, and looked into it a little bit and found out that we've got a couple jacked up hinges here. I looked online; they're about $5.50 each. For similar models, I didn't get the exact model number off of these and do all that yet, so I wanted to see if I can repair them, see if I can make a little video. So I'm gonna go over that. I don't know how well it's gonna weld out. We have galvanized material, which of course I'll do a weld prep, get all this stuff off of here, and I will TIG weld them. Might have been broken for a little while. They've got it's kind of black and dirty in here from time. Some of the parts are kind of bent, so I'm gonna knock these around and see if we can put these back into service, and maybe I'll buy new ones, maybe I won't. This one's definitely worse. So here goes nothing. I'd already started on this one and banged it around a little bit, but it needs to be banged around a little bit more. Just a auto body hammer, Cornwell, from a previous life. I don't bring these out that often. And get on to the next one here. The main problem with this one is all this area right here. We've got just a hairline crack down in here, so it's going to be hard to weld over that because I'm not going to be able to get in there and clean all that crap out of there. And of course, with the TIG welding, doesn't really like that. Here's a little crack in here too. I might just leave that guy alone, just bang it flat, and we'll see how it does. Yeah, let's beat it up some more. Beat it up more than it needs to be beat up, right? No. So this little block I use, I just keep it on the bandsaw on the horizontal, and I'll put it up on the drill press as a stop if I'm doing a bunch of production drilling and whatnot. Just put it up there, put a vice grips on it, and it stays like that. And I guess it's a dolly now. Don't want to beat up this pretty thing, right? Alright, now we're going to get on to cleaning this material up, getting that galvanized off there. You definitely don't want to weld on galvanized. It's nasty stuff. Doesn't act too well with the welding, especially again TIG, and the fumes that it puts off is bad news. Got a wire brush. Do a little bit more prep here, trying to get the galvanized off of there. Now I'll go ahead and wipe all the grit and grime I can. Actually, I missed a spot here. I need to come in right here and grind that guy. Find with TIG welding that you don't have to get crazy with cleaning this stuff. You do a good job, but it's not absolutely necessary to use degreasers or solvents and whatnot to clean the area. I find using a clean rag and just wiping it really well does the job. I'm sure when you get into sanitary TIG and whatnot, it's a different story, but I've not done that yet. So I think this will suffice. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, we'll go ahead and do the camera change now and pull out the TIG welder. So what I've got here is a Lincoln square wave TIG. I like Lincoln machines. Miller's good stuff too. I just I've had Lincolns and keep running them. First welder was 175 MIG, and then I got this square wave TIG. Traded it for a 1999 YZ250. And I've been TIG welding for a couple years now. And that power MIG, which you saw in my angle iron video from a week or so ago, got that last summer sometime, rather summer of 2013. And I haven't really had any issues. Rather, I have not had any issues with either of the machines. Turn on the gas. Turn on the machine. They're both 220 volt machines. And the material is 14 gauge. So we're going to turn the amps way down to 30. A little bit more power than we need, but I'll probably need it just to start the puddle, and then I'll back off and run it pretty low. Probably going to work the crap out of this material, but we'll see. This is how I prepare my tungsten. Put it in a Makita cordless drill and hit it right here. That's why I don't have this guy on here. it around. Get the other side. I just keep it 3 30-second thoriated tungsten, I might call it. That's what's worked for me. I don't have the amperage to do really thick materials. So I don't have to worry about this thing wearing down, not wearing down, but eroding too fast or melting up. You've been not welding for a few minutes and your machine's been on, in this case mine isn't, then you want to hit your pedal to purge the line, get the oxygen out of there, or get your atmospheric gases out of there. I'm going to turn the machine back on. Maybe you heard that hiss. When I turn on this TIG, it purges it for me. It's magic like that. Right, here goes nothing. It's got it set up in here just to tack it. I don't care too much if it gets worked, but I gotta hold it down to keep the pieces together. Failure. Contaminated the tungsten right off the bat. Whenever you sit down to weld, TIG weld, make sure you have both sides of your tungsten prepped. So when you do bust a jackass move like that, you can go ahead and get over it. I think I'm going to turn up the amperage just a little bit. We're about to 50 there. Wasn't really melting that filler rod very well. That's better. A little bit more with the heat. Wasn't thinking properly when I set it up. 14 gauge, you know, 40, 50 thousandths, and you gotta have the heat to be appropriate. Now I'll go ahead and try to run a bead on this guy. Rule of thumb, TIG welding, 1 amp for the thousandth of material. once all that galvanized burning out, kind of nasty. Woo! Hold your breath. See this area right here, burn through. Got a wire wheel that I'd rather brush that off, and then I'm going to go ahead and bead over that stuff too. Oh, this stuff as well is nasty. See, all that white stuff's that burned galvanized. Just nasty stuff. Need to resharpen my tungsten and then we'll get back at it. We're set up on the second one. Should go better than the first. Got my heat pretty much set up. Got the process down a little bit. Might be a little hard to get in here and tack this, but we'll see. I'm using 1/16 filler. We're doing mild steel. I don't know if the camera's picking it up with that crackling. That's that nasty galvanized crack. Just bad news. And again, just come through on this backside, hit that with a brush and hold over it. Burn through a bit, so we'll fill that hole, go on the other side, take a look at it. Came up on the edge, had my heat way too high and just burned a big old, burned it all the way off, so I'll try to fill that a little bit. Filled most of it. We'll go back in there again. No, that's nasty. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a big lob from coming through on the backside trying to fill the hole in this material. And it's going to melt that down and try to flow it into this edge over here without sticking to the table. So probably need to support it with something. That's all the welding I'm going to do on these. Don't TIG weld galvanized. I think it'll work, but it's not very sexy. Burn that down just a touch so it can lay flat against the garage door. Just kidding, I'm not going to. So this is what you get when you try to weld really thin galvanized stuff. The thickness isn't so much of an issue. The galvanizing is kind of an issue. So I think that'll work. So the next video clip you'll see is the garage door going down. Thanks for watching.